Benjamin Franklin once said, "Money makes money, and the money that money makes money." That is true, especially when it comes to rich people who earn millions of dollars. You might be confused to see how rich people enjoy all the time in the world and still earn a lot of money. And there you are, stuck in your 9 to 5 job and have no time to enjoy life or even to rest. And yet, you're still not rich. Perhaps you're thinking that rich people don't work hard. And honestly, they don't have to. You see, these wealthy people don't just work hard, they work smart. And to achieve financial independence, you need to strategize instead of dedicating yourself to a lifetime of labor. But how do these millionaires do it? Well, they use something called the compounding effect phenomenon. And today, we are going to learn more about it. Welcome to Money Talk, where we can turn you into a money genius within minutes. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and click that notification bell to receive updates and be the first to check out our latest videos. In this video, we are going to talk about the strategy that rich people have used for so long. It is a very simple formula that might surprise you. With the compounding effect phenomenon, there are two factors that are greatly needed for this to happen. One is time, and the other is the power of compounding. If you have these two, then you're ready to start. I know that you're still probably confused about compounding, so let's put it in simpler terms. Now you gotta use your imagination here, because that's all you're going to need. Say you have a piece of standard printer paper that is 0.1 millimeters thick. If you fold it over once, then the piece of paper becomes twice as thick. Then you fold it again, and now you have doubled the thickness of the paper because now you made it 4 times thick. And then you fold it for the third time, making it 8 times thick. You just keep on folding the piece of paper, and if you get to the 50th time, the paper would be as long as the distance from the Earth to the Sun, which is 95 million miles. If you go for more and reach 100 folds, you now match the radius of the universe. Now before you dare to try it, just remember that it is impossible to fold a piece of paper that many times. It is known that you can fold it more than 7 times because, by that point, the surface area of the paper is already very small. But I guess you get the point. Folding the piece of paper and watching its thickness increase is something that will happen if you apply the compounding effect phenomenon to your savings. This will bring you exponential growth even though you are relaxing. You see, compound interest allows you to gain more wealth faster by gaining a return on your past returns. This is the most powerful way to achieve wealth, and even Albert Einstein considers it the 8th wonder of the world. This nicely explains the power of compounding. Never underestimate the power of compounding. The rich are very well aware of the magic of compounding, and that's why you will rarely find them burning their precious hours working a 9 to 5 job. Instead, they will let their money work for them by utilizing the power of compounding. If you haven't already figured out how the rich make their money work for them, let me tell you, it's simple. Now, it is debatable if Albert Einstein really said this, but there is no debate that the compounding of interest is a powerful move when it comes to achieving wealth. It is characterized by exponential growth and works magic on your savings that in the end will turn you into a rich individual. Usually, when we talk about finances, especially when it comes to new investments, real estate purchases, or capital expenditures, we talk about the potential to double our money and how long it will take. That is why, when it comes to the compounding of interest, it is very important to take note of the Rule of 72. This is a rule of thumb that can help you determine how long an investment will take to increase or double. Given that it has a fixed annual rate of interest, you need to divide 72 by the annual rate of the return so that you can get a rough estimate of how many years it will take for your investment to double. This is how the rich make their money work for them. It may sound complicated, but it's actually very simple. Let's take, for example, you have a 9% rate return. Using this formula, you can now divide 72 by 9, and this means that you have 8 years before your initial investment becomes double. Have you heard of the Rule 72 before? Tell us if you have made investments that you have seen double in the comments below. We would love to hear from you about your success. Now, let's see this work in our example. A 25-year-old guy named Joseph has a savings of $1,000. His annual yearly return is between 8% to 14%. Now let's presume that Joseph invests his money in an index fund. And the MSCI World Index has an average annual return of 8.7%. With this information, we can expect that Joseph's $1,000 has compounded to $21,725 by the time he turns 65, which is 40 years after he invested. That is a massive amount, especially if you realize that what Joseph did was a one-time thing. That was the only time he invested and never added anything to it again. And yet, he gained a lot of money, earning a 2,000% return. His one-time investment increased 20-fold because of it. But even though a little over $21,000 is a lot of money to have at 65, that money will run out fast. Sure, it might get you a luxury vacation or two, but there's no way you're going to be able to quit your 9-to-5 job, and you're going to end up not being able to live the life you have been dreaming of. So now, we have a very interesting question. How can someone use the magic of compounding to gain so much money? Let's talk about Janice. Janice gets a new job that pays $5,000 per month. She then decides to take $1,000 and invest it through the same index fund that has the same yearly return Joseph got. She starts early at the young age of 22, and she plans to retire by the time she turns 65. Her money will grow the same way as Joseph's money did. If she keeps her investment strategy for the next couple of decades, she will be able to reach her first million at the age of 47. Yes, that's right. Just by staying true to her investment commitment of putting $1,000 into an index fund, Janice is able to reach $1 million before she even turns 65. But what happens if she continues to invest until she reaches that retirement age? Well, at the age of 65, Janice would have accumulated $5.68 million. This is more than enough to enjoy a happy retirement. So, in the end, in order to make use of compound interest and its magic, it is important that you start as early as possible and that you commit to your investment strategy. That way, you will be able to harness the true potential of the compounding effect. And time is going to be your best friend when it comes to these types of investments. It is your strongest ally for you to achieve financial freedom and for you to be able to provide a comfortable life for your family in the future. The earlier you get to start the ball rolling, the greater the wealth you can accumulate. And it is not only you that will benefit from it, because your children, and even your children's children, will get to experience the fruit of your wise financial decisions. The biggest takeaway from this is that you need to save money as much as you can. Invest early and often. Expand your investment portfolio and start good habits when it comes to money. After all, time has the ability to turn habits into amazing results. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, click subscribe, and hit that notification bell to receive updates on our latest videos. Also, feel free to leave us a comment. If you want to watch more videos, head on over to our channel to see more from Money Talk. See you!